Ever feel like your story started with a loss? Like you're an outsider just trying to find your place? Then you need to hear about Ruth. She wasn't born into greatness. She was a foreigner, a widow in a land that wasn't her own. Her story began in heartbreak. Her husband was gone, buried far too young. Her mother-in-law, Naomi, was left bitter and empty. Honestly, most people would have just gone home, back to what was familiar. But Ruth, she stayed. Not because she had to, but out of pure devotion. She looked at Naomi, a woman who had lost everything, and said those famous words, "Where you go, I will go." That one quiet, loyal choice, seen by almost no one, would change the course of history. They arrived in Bethlehem with absolutely nothing, no social standing, no grand plan. All they had was the faith that tomorrow would provide just enough for the day to survive. Ruth went out to glean in the fields. This meant picking up the leftover grain that the harvesters missed, piece by painful piece. It was exhausting, dirty, and humbling work. But right there, in the middle of that struggle, grace found her. The field she was in belonged to a man named Boaz, known throughout the land for his kindness. And he noticed her. He didn't just see a poor woman, he saw her humility, her dedication. When others might have ignored her, he made sure she had more than enough. He even told his workers to leave extra grain behind for her. When others saw a foreigner, he saw a woman of great character. And that's exactly how divine timing so often works. It rarely feels like a huge miracle when it's happening. It just feels like you're surviving, one day at a time. Until you look back and realize God was guiding every single step you took. Naomi saw how Boaz was treating Ruth, and she recognized something holy was at play. She devised a plan. She told Ruth to go to Boaz at the threshing floor, to present herself in humility, trusting that he would act with honor and integrity. This wasn't a modern-day romance story. This was about redemption. Boaz didn't just choose Ruth. He restored her. He restored her dignity, her security, and her place in a story that had been shattered by loss. He stood before the town elders and declared, "I will redeem her." Those 3 words carried more weight than any flowery proposal. They echoed the very heart of God, the one who redeems what others have discarded as worthless. From their union came a child, a son named Obed. Obed would grow up to become the grandfather of the great King David. And generations later, from that very same lineage, came Christ himself. Think about that. What began with devastating loss ended in a world-changing legacy. The story of Ruth and Boaz isn't about getting lucky. It's about quiet faith, the kind of faith that stays put when walking away would be so much easier. It's about showing up in the fields of your own life, doing the small, and seeing things with integrity, until grace meets you right there. Ruth didn't go around chasing blessings. She simply walked in faith. And the blessings found her along the way. We live in a world that celebrates being loud and getting noticed. But God still honors the faithful few who move quietly, who love steadily, and who choose loyalty over their own comfort. Ruth's story is a powerful reminder that redemption doesn't always arrive with a clap of thunder. Sometimes, it comes as a quiet act of kindness in a field, spoken through someone who sees your true worth when others just look away. From a forgotten widow to the lineage of kings, that is the powerful pulse of grace. This is the story of faith that stayed, and it's a story that still beats with incredible hope for all of us today. Thank you so much for watching. If this story encouraged you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.